Let me fix this one. Hey guys, Alan will be here in just a minute. He got a phone call. So right before we started, his phone rang. Hey Chris, how are you? We are good. We're good on Monday. Everybody having a good start to the week. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I'm sure he'll say it was a Monday. Hey Jody, how are you? Is everybody doing good?
Everything cool.
Y'all having good? Hey Sue. Alan will be here in just a minute. He got a phone call, so we're good. We're good. We've had a good day. Got my walking in today, and hey Kayla, we got everybody popping in. It was nice, beautiful day here today. The allergies are starting though. My nose and my eyes are itching like crazy. 82. We didn't reach 82, but it was quite warm here. I cooked yesterday, and we had so much spaghetti left that we had spaghetti again. So I did cook. It was just leftover from a different day. Hi, Crazy Lizzie. So when you cook for two, it's hard, and we always have so much leftover. So if I cook something like that, then we'll eat on it for a day or so, and then the dogs eat good. The farm dogs eat good. So 83. I am ready for warm weather, but not hot weather. Freeze leftovers. Yeah, if there's not really enough to get a meal out of a lot of times, so I'll just give it to the farm dogs, Rhett and Scarlet. If there is plenty, then I'll freeze dry it. So because you can freeze dry spaghetti and stuff like that. So it just depends on how much is left. So I haven't had freeze dried spaghetti yet. I haven't done spaghetti, but I've seen it done. I just hadn't done it yet. So when he gets on the phone, he's worse than a woman. Yeah, don't tell him I said that. Oh. Of course, everybody's going to start messaging me too. So. So we had a great weekend. We hung out with the grandbabies, and we didn't do too much around here. Got a little couple of projects done that needed to be done. Just little things that needed fixed. Nothing major. JC had gymnastics pictures though, so we had to go do that for a little bit and come back. And she's an all tomboy, but then every once in a while she wants to dress up and be a girly girl. So she was a girly girl this weekend, and then she'll be a girly girl this weekend because her beauty pageant is this weekend. So JC will get dressed up, put that dress on. As soon as she's off that stage, she's like, "Get this dress off of me." But my plan this week is to start seeds. I know I'm a little late, but my grandmother gave us some raised beds, so we've got to go pick them up, and that's going to save us from having to build so many. So I was afraid that I wasn't going to get stuff done, and I wasn't even going to get to have a garden this year, but I think we're going to. So it won't be big. It'll be small, but yeah, it'll feed us. So definitely feed us. So, but Poppy's chewing on a bone. They have found a deer bone outside. Oh, see, I don't have any loofah seeds. I've got to find me some. So I'm going to check around on some of the farm pages and see if anybody's got any extra ones to sell. So, but I'm late this year. I've been so busy and everything. It's just hard to just trying to get all this stuff done. I'm out of time. I don't know what I did when I worked. Yes, I've noticed that too, and we're really paying attention to it. And I know that some of the other channels are having problems with people messaging the kids and stuff. So yes, and as far I've went back and looked, and none of them have subscribed to the channel. So so sometimes on a live, if y'all hear me call JC or one of the grandkids by a different name, that's why. So I even said maybe I needed to start calling her something else on the lives. So from the Den and Homestead in Texas, it's Lester's niece. Oh, okay. I'll check there then. Definitely check there. So I still haven't heard back from Lester and them about us visiting. I'm going to email him again, and maybe it's just going to spam, or I am sure they get a lot of emails and messages a day, and there's probably no way they're answering them. So, Etsy shop, thank you for letting me know that. I will definitely get on there and look. So, because I've got birdhouse gourds, and I love to grow them. I haven't got the big ones yet. I keep getting them. They're just really small, but we're working on it. So it is scary. And I know that Coquille had that problem too a couple of years ago with Mary Carl. So you just don't never know. People are just crazy these days. Absolutely crazy. And it's scary. It is really scary. And JC doesn't understand why I make her hold my hand every time we go somewhere. And she's like, Nana, I'm a big girl. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. We went and picked her up some boots yesterday. She wanted some fancy boots like Nana's. Because I have my work boots, and then I have some fancy boots that I wear that have rhinestones and crosses and stuff on them. And she wanted a fancy pair of boots. Well, y'all, that child got rainbow glitter boots. And they are cute. She had to wear them to school today. They are definitely sparkly. I didn't know that, Kayla, I didn't know, though, that it was happening to everybody. So, yeah, I want to do like birdhouse gourds and loofahs and all of that together on a big trellis. I have a place for that trellis that we're going to do. So, I just hadn't done it yet. There's not enough time around here. Now that this weekend time is changing, I will have more time because when he gets home, it will not be dark. It is hard to do stuff when you get home and it's dark. So, yes, yeah, we heard. I was not on the live because I was doing Easter candy. And when Alan comes in here, I'll show y'all all of our little Easter bags. Some of you've probably been seeing them. I've been posting them on my page. But I heard them all talking about it, and he was telling me about it. So that's when we thought, well, maybe we've been having those crazy people. And I know it's just people wanting shout outs or whatever they are doing. But I told him maybe we just need to, when we do lives like that, just not actually call her name out. So it makes so much notice to her. Like that one girl was wanting us to constantly ask questions about her. So maybe we just need to. And all in honesty, that's really why we don't tell people where we really are from. A lot of times you'll just see me put Walker County or something like that. So we do that because there is some crazy, weird people in this world. But you just never know, do you? You run around, you just run across all kinds of people. So, but I like True Crime ID. And I watch a lot of True Crime ID when I watch TV. And it's crazy. Just some of these people, you go, what are people thinking? And then there's so much lately in the news and stuff about all these kids being murdered and stuff. It's just heartbreaking. Like, what is wrong with these people? But it is just prophecy being fulfilled. And the Bible just talks about that the days are not going to get better. Everybody's like, oh, if so-and-so gets in office or so-and-so gets in office or doesn't get in office, it's going to be better. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hey, Sue. Hey, Sue and Martha. Sorry, y'all. It just all popped up at one time for some reason on the Facebook page. So, yeah, it's... I don't know what's wrong with people, but yeah, it's just going to get worse over the years. So you just want to shake your head and just hide yourself. That's why we stay here on the farm. We don't go very many places. But speaking of going places, y'all, it's getting close to Okie Homestead. Then we got Petals coming up. How exciting. It's exciting. I love it. I can't wait to see everybody. I get so excited to see everybody's faces and new faces, and I just love it. So I love to meet people. I'm a I'm a talker. Alan says I can talk to a brick wall, but I can talk to a brick wall, but I cannot get up in front of people and speak like at a conference or something. And I got up a couple of Sundays ago and spoke at church because the Lord just laid something on my heart. And y'all, I know I was shaking so bad. I know it was visible. People could see it. So yeah, I don't trust politicians either. Did you quit yakking?
That was
He made it.
I'm here. Better late than never.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? How's Jody doing? Heard she had some time with some bees.
Yes, I meant to ask that. I was yakking.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Sue.
my glasses are nasty. I didn't realize how bad they were.
We talking politics?
No, I was just saying about how bad the world's getting, and everybody's like, "Well, if this person gets in and this person's not in, the world's gonna be better." And I'm like, "No,
we
it
ain't
ain't."
getting into that because I am me. If you want to get into a deep conversation, I got my own, but the ideas about that. But YouTube probably kick us out. Black helicopters be flying over, and people with 3-letter letters on their vest be coming in. Back at work, just have to
carry an EpiPen. Yeah.
Oh my!
And this is something I always tell people, and it's just from being a medic, because you cannot be allergic to something and then that quick be something. Always keep Benadryl, and I tell that for everybody. Always keep liquid Benadryl on hand.
Yeah.
Do liquid. Don't do the pills.
Well, keep
always.
the pills. I
Yeah.
always keep the pills, but it's hard to find the little single dose liquid, but they're great to have. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate the thumbs up.
Yes.
And everybody else. Wow, we got 9 people on
Yeah,
here.
I know,
4
right?
thumbs up.
We
All right, Poppy, go to bed. Go to bed.
I was telling them that my grandmother gave us some raised
Lady.
beds, and we're going to have to pick them up. And like, look, she had not even come over here till you come in and sit down.
Mm-hmm. Lay down. She misses
So-
her daddy.
But yeah, I told him I was going to try to get seeds started this weekend, hopefully.
Give her steroids too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I got bit, I was cutting mother's yard and I found a yellow jacket nest. I had 3 of them hit me in the ear at the same time. Mike put his 2-week notice in
Oh,
today.
man, it's getting close then. Hush. Hush. They don't like being in their crate. So the story was a picture of them all naked, but don't laugh. My problem lately is I bust out crying.
Close.
Yes, it is. I know you're excited.
Well, is he retiring, Sue?
Man, I hate that, Jody. That's scary to for that to happen. So,
And you don't ever know.
you don't. Like people, I know people. I actually picked up several people that was never allergic to bees, and then one would just sting them, and like it was bad. So, you just never know. So, are y'all liking the lives that we're doing throughout the week? So, we have actually talked about maybe just getting a camera and putting down there.
Chris
Or-
said yes.
I already have copters buzzing my house, Francie Fly. Oh, yes, thank the Lord that she was there. So,
Paula?
hi, Paula. But yeah, we had thought about putting a camera down there that we
Wow.
could just cut on and off. But I really like being out there and interacting with y'all and talking.
Said her daughter-in-law came.
Yeah, that's
she
what I was
passed
saying.
out. Wow.
Yeah, I said thank the Lord she was there.
Yeah.
So
Taking some time off once we get moved. He said he wanted something less stressful that provides benefits.
Yeah, and Jody, what I've been trying to do is trying to do an earlier one and a later one. It may not always work out that way, but that's what I'm trying for. So that way, some people, that might not be able to catch it that morning might be able to get it more in the evening time. So that's why I'm just trying to rearrange times. But I was thinking maybe a camera out there would work really good too. So I don't know where we would hang it is the problem.
Yeah, we'll figure out something.
So we're looking at some to purchase to hang out there. And then that way we can keep an eye on them too. So, Grandpa's house and moving back to New Mexico. That's always a hard thing. So when you let go of stuff that's been in the family for so long. So
was it Sue or Jody told me I needed to get a big hat last time?
I think it was Jody. We got him a couple of hats.
What do you think of my hat, Jody? Wendy hadn't even seen it.
No, did you get that one today?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all see.
I used my 15% discount.
Oh, okay. I was telling them about JC's rainbow sparkly glitter boots.
Oh, well, it's better than the other ones she looked at.
Oh yeah, she had picked out the pink ones that had the chain around the sole of them.
She looked
by the
like
heel and
1980 had come back.
I talked her out
here
of
in
them.
Texas. Oh my goodness, 103 years. Bought it for his World War I bride.
Wow.
Golly, I don't know that I could do it.
Well, we are probably buying my grandmother's place just because I can't let it go to anybody else. I can't let it leave the family. It's been there. It ain't been in there that long, but it's been there.
Cody Archie would be proud of my hat. Oh, wait, this is my summertime one.
Oh, he bought another one too, y'all. I told him when we went to Texas that he could get him a nice hat. Well, then we got to thinking we're going to be on the motorcycle. We would have to ship it UPS back because there's no way we could carry it on the bike. So he went and had this one steamed and fit it for him. So
wrong side.
We will end up with a total of, is it 38 acres?
I don't know.
I think it's somewhere around in there. I'd have to check with my mom and them to make sure, because some of it will still get split between the other kids. So I'm not sure exactly how much we will be purchasing, but
don't want to live in Houston. My mom is gone now.
Yeah, that's where we're headed, is to Houston. So
she likes the white one better.
See, I like the black one better. Yeah, he put on a kid's hat yesterday, and it fit him better than it did the grandson.
hey, I wear 3 sizes away from kids.
Yeah, I know.
I do have a little head, but it's not that little.
Well, we were going to get Beckett some boots and a hat, and he was just in a mood.
He was ill because we hadn't let him get a nap.
He didn't have a good nap. He was ill. He actually fell asleep in church, laying across Alan's lap on his belly. He was sleeping good, but we woke him up, and he just didn't get a good nap. So he wouldn't even try on boots. He wouldn't try on a hat. He just would scream at you. So he didn't get boots and a hat. We'll just take him back a different day. So she likes both hats. I mean, he's got a big straw hat that he wears too. So she likes both too.
See?
That one's not that bad. So
she just ain't never seen. I had a hat this style years and years ago, and it was a white hat, and I don't have any idea what happened to it.
I don't know. You as long as I've known you, you've never had one. So
yeah, so
just your baseball caps.
Never seen me in one of these, but I got to do something to get the sun off my ears.
Yeah,
they can't stand much more. Yeah, I know, Jody, but it's not an expensive hat. So I figure it's going to be replaced by the end of summer anyway.
The black one's a little different story. That's his dressy hat. Sunscreen. But even with sunscreen, is there a lot of chemicals in it? You worry about that too these days. So do y'all remember?
Excuse me? We don't have that kind of relationship. Okay.
She wants a hug. Okay. Do y'all remember the days of coating ourselves in iodine and baby oil? to
Right.
tan. We were
Right.
talking about that yesterday. That's how we got tanned. Well, I've never tanned, but I burn. I don't tan at all.
The back of my neck when I was working outside all the time looked like leather.
Yeah. I mean, there's
And I wore sunscreen. Look, when I was a kid, I do not remember seeing sunscreen. The first sunscreen I ever saw was a Motorola. Wow, that's tough.
oh,
Uh,
so you're dark. You're dark complected, so you probably just tan right up, don't you?
lemon in the hair.
Yes, we used to put lemon in a spray bottle, lemon juice, and spray our hair. And sometimes I still do that because it gives me little natural looking highlights because it's all getting a little gray now.
The more sun I get, the darker my hair gets.
Somebody told me the other day, said, I paid good money to have my hair bleached right here. I was like, mine's natural.
Mm-hmm.
All my gray hair is right here at the front.
No, it ain't.
Well, the most biggest spots are.
What
so.
you can see is
Oh, I'm that way. I burn. Oh, I bet the sun just beams down there. So, yeah. Yeah.
What was it with Dr. Was the Alaskan doctor,
Dr. Oakley.
Dr. Oakley? She was treating the sled dog the other day, and JC was watching it. Its manhood got burnt. She said that the sun was so bright, bouncing off the snow, that was a problem. They had get sunburned in their undercarriage. Oh, ooh,
And JC had to come tell me.
yeah.
She come all the way through the house to make sure that she told me that dog's bottom got sunburnt because the sun was beaming off the snow.
Chris says he likes the black one. His black one's been wearing like over 50. Wow.
Yeah.
I hope I get 50 years out of that one. That'd be nice.
We had found one that we really liked on him, and I was not paying that. Was not. And so when we checked out, the guy said, the guy's not here that does it, but if you'll come back next week, he can cut it and shape it to match any hat that you like. So he went back over there and had it fitted and cut and everything to match the exact hat that we liked. So
My grandfather
turned dark brown. Yeah.
See, my grandfather, he always said that his grandmother was a full Indian, and he was like that. He was really dark. He had jet black hair until he was probably 80. He always had that VO5 in it for that.
Yeah. But JC is sort of like me. She's sort of pale. She'll get a little bit of a tan. Xander's a different story. Xander gets dark. And Amelia just cooks like me.
Well,
so she's so
get a poodle, they said. They're lovable. She is. This is
you probably own over 50 hats. They are all packed.
Wow.
Quick tan turns you orange. Look, if I need a tan, I go get airbrushed. And if I need it for a certain date, I go get like 2 or 3 airbrushes before. That way I'm not orange and not look like a Dorito. Because my hands and my feet will always look like a Dorito. So
Hey, Christy.
Hey, Christy, how are you?
It's a little far for me to see over there. I can see the one up here a little better.
He collects hats too. He has totes of hats.
It's Kayla's mom.
Yeah, I knew that. So I was telling him it ain't long till Okie and Petals, and we're excited for Okie. So it's gonna be a little bit of a trip, but
lay down.
I don't know if if JC's more excited because JC is going to Oklahoma with us. So
she thinks we're playing. Lay down.
he brought her bed in here, so maybe she would lay down on her bed because we're trying to break her from sleeping on the bottom of our bed.
I wonder who started that.
Well, you shouldn't have been out of town.
Somebody had to keep the lights on.
Yeah, I'm glad you'll be at Petals. We're excited.
Well, and that's one of the things we've kind of looked at too. Is we have a lot of y'all that live out west. We have a lot of y'all that live here, kind of local. So being at both places, we'd love to meet whoever can make either one of them.
Yeah.
And it gives us more opportunity to meet y'all.
The color of Heinz 57. Oh no.
What is it?
The Sun Inn. It was called Sun Inn.
Yes, I remember Sun
it.
Inn.
Yeah. Let me
Heinz
just go to Okie.
57.
Ah.
I've got a cousin that she used something and dyed her hair blonder than it was, and was like a lifeguard or something. And she spent so much time in the pool, her hair started turning green.
My hair has always turned green, and I've never colored my hair, y'all.
Yes,
And
you have.
well, I've like in October, I'll dye my hair pink. But it's
Steven's up
nothing
there.
major. It's just like a temporary, that I do. And for my grandmother and my aunt who are breast cancer survivors, is something that I do. Yes, he posted a couple more, but I haven't been on Facebook a lot the past couple of days, so I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to go look.
What?
Randy. But I did talk to his sister today, and she said he was having an amazing time down there. So
Kaz wants to jump in our suitcase.
suitcase.
Hey, there's room in the truck.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. But yeah, when I was younger, mother had to buy me special shampoo because my hair was so blonde.
She was a cotton top.
I was cotton top. I mean, and it's still blonde now. I know it's gotten a lot darker, but my hair would be green, like green. So
Steve said he had highlights.
I have natural highlights. They're a little gray, but
Yeah.
So
Any more photos from what?
Randy, he's down Australia.
Oh.
And I talked to Michelle earlier at
Yeah.
gymnastics. She said he was loving it down there. So I would love to go to Australia. I think it would be beautiful just by his pictures. And then I got those pictures you sent me. Sometimes it don't show me that I have messages through the farm page, and I'll click on it and there'll be 100 messages. And then sometimes one will come through and it'll pop right up. So I don't know. It's just weird why it does that. So
Linda, I don't know if y'all were on Chestnut Hills live stream last night. Did y'all hear them talking about the original Elf on the Shelf or the certified Elf?
we were talking about this while you were on the phone. Yeah, so that's why I told him, like on the lives and stuff, if I refer to JC as a different name, so because Jody said you've had some weird people on your lives lately, and I have. So, and one continued to ask about JC. So, hey, the more the merrier. I look at it that way. I think it would be cool to spend the night at a zoo. I would love that. So, but
y'all shifting gears on me.
She sent me pictures
Right,
of the zoo that they spent the night at.
You told me about them Saturday, I think, when you were doing a live.
Hey, Poppy, move.
Poppy, no.
Go get your bone.
Get back.
They have found, I don't know where they found it. Scarlett, I think, brought it up. She brought a deer bone.
A deer leg bone.
And these dogs have fought over this darn bone for days. And of course, there's only one. So go lay down, baby. Here, come up here. If you want up here, get back here. Come on.
She'll be all over me.
Come on. No.
Back here,
Back
sweetie.
here. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Poppy. Up. Up.
There we go.
Now lay down. Lay. Good girl.
But yeah, he bought her a bed the other day, so because she sleeps across our feet, so we're trying to make her where she sleeps on her bed in the floor. So because she's not a little bitty Yorkie.
Lay. No. Lay. Oh, you want your belly rubbed.
Y'all just stop. Y'all see this? She's rolled over to get her belly rubbed. She is so spoiled. So
Well, yeah, we're looking forward to Okie. we're gonna get to meet some people that we've never met before.
Yeah.
We'll get to see Daniel and DJ. We met them in Florida
Yeah.
last
And
year.
I am actually excited to meet Dustin because
Dustin,
DJ's brother, because I love bison. Love them. Always have. And I don't have the room for them, or I would have one because I love them.
Who was Steven's?
Look, I would love to go do an African safari. Would love it.
You realize that most everything out there will
Can eat me?
you.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
I need you to
Come on, baby.
You gotta stop.
Come on.
We do this every Monday. This is the only time she does this, y'all. She does not climb. I mean, she'll get in our laps, but she don't climb all over us like that. But I would love to do an African safari. My aunt went last year and did a mission trip, and they did the African safari, and she was like, "Wendy would love this." As it was, it would be an experience for sure. So
adventure.
Yeah, but we have a safari close to us in Georgia. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to it. It's where Callahan Gardens and stuff is. They have this big safari, and they have lots of bison. She likes a little camera time. She does.
She likes a lot of lap time.
But they have all kinds of bison in their safari that just walk up and you can pet them and feed them. And I don't know why. I just love bison. I always have, and they've always intrigued me. But we don't have the room for them, so I won't get any. So I'm curious, but I want to talk to him a little bit and get to know a little more about them. I want to pick his brain a little bit. So
Steven says he's going back in April. Are you going to make the Pedals event, or are you going to be?
I think he said that he would be back. I think
He's going to do one of those 9,000.
Probably so. Yeah. So that is something the Lord has not called us to do as a mission trip. Maybe one day, I don't know, but right now that is not something He has called us to do. So we've had several opportunities to go to Honduras and stuff, but it's just not the Lord's plan for us right now. So maybe in the future.
I'd be honest with you. I don't care nothing about leaving this.
I totally agree, but if the Lord told us to, we would. So
yeah, maybe. We're not always obedient as we should be.
No, I fail miserably, y'all.
Lay down.
But
give me her bone right there.
Now I do have a friend that is actually from Africa. She was born and lived in Africa almost half of her life. So that was pretty cool.
South Africa, yeah.
She now lives in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the Wednesday before. Okay. Well, I'm excited for Pedals. I know there's gonna be a lot of people there this year. So
and you never know who's gonna be there. Who's gonna
show up. Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
David of the Good showed up one year, and
I don't remember who.
Farmhouse
Yeah.
showed up last year. And
yeah. Lots of people. So
Kayla's excited too.
Yeah, I just love to go hang out with everybody. That's I'm a people person, and I just love to hang out and talk. So,
and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to at Oki also is we're not in it, so we can go around and talk to people.
Yeah.
And not that we don't love meeting in the pedal setting.
Right. It's just, it gives us an opportunity to go around and meet everybody too. So
it's so busy and everything that we don't get to talk to Nick and Zoe or Zach and Jacqueline and
everybody,
right.
So much until usually afterwards or before when we're all hanging out before everybody gets there. So, But I am definitely, no doubt, going down to Catherine's next week. That is in the works of me going next week. So we have our women's conference this weekend. So I'm trying to get shirts made. We got to pick up food and everything this week. So next week, I'm definitely going to see Catherine. So we're definitely getting together, no doubt. So y'all never know. You might get a live of me and Catherine. So
That if you go live, I'm gonna watch. That's gonna be interesting.
well, me and Catherine.
Mm-hmm. You said that. How many times have you said that you were going to Catherine's?
I know. It's just been like crazy. I had planned to go one day and something came up and I didn't get to go. But yeah, definitely I've done put it on my calendar for next week.
Sue is going to a senior retreat in the morning. Wow, she's in high school.
Your senior retreat.
Senior
Is
retreat.
that like senior hooky day?
Yeah, she keeps telling me I've got to go to Catherine's. No, you don't. No, you don't. Why do you keep telling me I don't? Because you got all this other stuff you got going on, and then I get to hear about you how you don't have time for nothing.
I would love to take Dunbar home with me. And
Heck to the no.
I told y'all he will never let me have a bison ever.
The pigs was bad enough,
Oh,
and they were little.
that's what I would. If I had the land, I would have them. I just love them, and I don't know why. I could just sit and watch his videos over and over and over of them. They just amaze me to watch them. They are just beautiful creatures.
Yeah,
So they are very dangerous.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
very dangerous. And I know that I can't be like I am with Sophie and oh, my sweet baby.
No, because they weigh like 2,000 pounds, just like
Yes.
hugging a car.
Maybe we should start doing miniature bison. I didn't. I just ran across him one day on Instagram. That's how I found him. I was on Instagram, and I was just stuck.
She's always loved bison. We went to that
That's the
safari
safari.
park, and they had a blonde.
I'd never seen a blonde bison, and
He was massive.
yes, and if they didn't have made us move with all the cars behind us, I would have probably sat there for all day and just pet it on him because he was beautiful. Had never seen one that color ever, and it was a
Silver Springs glass bottom boats. That I could go for.
that would be cool. I seen a TikTok the other day where you can rent clear kayaks at some springs, and I want to say maybe it was Rainbow Springs. Maybe. I don't remember the exact name. But hey, quit. But there yeah, I thought how cool would that be of a glass I think these were just plastic, but see-through kayaks.
We had to sell your kayak. Tried to drill the hole in it for you.
I had to get rid of my kayaks, and I loved going kayaking. That was probably one of my favorite things to do was load them kayaks out and take off to the river.
Land between the lakes and bison. Bison run freely.
In a place on the Kentucky-Tennessee line called Lavage. I might have to go there. That is cool.
Tarzan was filmed there.
How
Hey, y'all
cool.
are just a wealth of knowledge.
Horse rides there. Oh, see, you should have told me that. I'll be planning a trip. Now, there is a place before you get into Nashville on 65. And Sue probably knows exactly where it's at. And it has a big white picket, like a big white 4-rail fence. And they have all those bisons right there on the side of the interstate. Do they still have them?
That was just north of Columbia.
Because I haven't been up there in a couple of years, actually. So I didn't know if they still had them or not.
The last horse I rode, I realized why I don't ride horses. I got no padding.
I can't pull myself up on one anymore.
It was
So
oof.
I haven't seen them in a long time. See, I was just wondered about it because I used to have to go to Nashville like twice a month for a meeting. And I always just, admired them standing out there. Just beautiful, beautiful
It
animals.
used to be in Montgomery too.
Hey, now there is a place here in Mississippi. It's in Tupelo, Mississippi, and it's called the Tupelo Buffalo Park.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to go one day, and
we paid extra for the.
we did the VIP ride where
Yeah.
they take you out in the little razor. Well, the guy that we had liked us.
He was really cool.
He really liked me and Alan for some reason. And what was supposed to be a normal of a 30-minute tour ended up for like an hour and 15-minute tour for us.
Mm-hmm.
And
we had buffalo. You could just about reach out and touch.
yes, and he drove us around extra to let us. They were actually hollering at him on the radio that he needed to come back because there was people waiting on us. But he took me to all these, and they had one. Its name was Cherokee, and he would call that buffalo, and this were buffalo, and he would holler at that buffalo, and he would tell it to roll, and that thing would lay down on the ground and roll on its back, and then it would get up. It was the craziest thing ever.
We always owned horses, and we would go and camp for days, and where they ran free was
And they
called the buffalo pens.
And they had no fence. So that is so
is
cool.
cool.
Let's see. I highly recommend going to Southern Africa. My family. I would love to go. I would love to do it.
Famous
Full
buffalo
of jump is in
jumpers.
Sundance, Wyoming, I think. See, that we do want to do Yellowstone. Yellowstone is somewhere that we really want to do on the bike.
Oh, I'd love to live out in Wyoming, except for one thing is the only reason we do not live in Wyoming
It's cold.
right now
It's cold.
is they get feet of snow in a 24-hour period.
I had a horse when I was little, and it didn't like men. It didn't like my daddy at all. And my cousin, I basically call him my big brother, because he was raised with me and lived with us. And it would throw him every time he tried to get on my horse. That horse would throw him. So we didn't keep it very long because it threw all the men.
I want to see Crazy Horse. I want to see Crazy Horse. I want to see.
No, I wouldn't move because grandkids, they just have to go with us. So.
Shoot.
Like his boss, the owner, tried to get him to move to Montgomery or closer to Montgomery. And he was like, my wife ain't going anywhere away from her grandkids. So we already are 2 hours from 3 of them, and that's hard enough. So I can't get any further. And especially from JC, because JC's my sidekick.
And
So-
to be honest with you, I kid about moving to Wyoming, but I think if we had the opportunity, could move anywhere in the United States, I think I'd go to Oklahoma, like
Probably.
southern Oklahoma.
Yeah, definitely. So we are rural. We like rural. Florida's too expensive.
Yeah.
For us, like it's very expensive, and Sue can probably, say that it is very expensive to live there. So
And I'm not a beach person. We're neither one of us are beach.
No, I don't
people.
like sand.
We don't go lay out on the beach and stuff like that. But I like the beach vibe. I like to go close to the beach.
grow pecan tree farm.
Yeah, but pecan trees is one of those things you had. If you want to make a living at pecans, you needed to plant them 20 years ago.
I remember my great grandmother had this huge pecan tree in her yard, and it was right by the driveway. And man, we used to pick up bags and bags and bags of pecans for our parents. It was awful. Because I don't eat pecans. I'm not a nut person.
No, nut
Person. I don't have a nut allergy. I just don't care for nuts. And but our parents did, and I used to have to pick up garbage bags of those things.
Only go in July. Yellowstone is beautiful. Yeah, the buffalo are not beautiful. They are very majestic.
Yes.
But they're a nasty animal. You have no sales tax.
No state tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as bad. Yeah, there is a lot of. Now we have some friends that live right outside of Panama City, And we have one of our adopted daughters that we sort of took in and adopted because she was our girl's best friend and she was just with us all the time. And they live in Jacksonville. So we need to make a trip and see her one day. So we hadn't seen her in a couple of years. And
Like sand
yeah,
or water.
I don't like sand either. We
Chris,
went.
was a kid in Wisconsin, and I remember picking up black walnuts.
Let me tell my walnut story.
Black walnuts are they're around here a lot too.
Yeah, they're the ones that have the big round balls, right?
Yeah, the green balls.
Okay. When I worked as a medic and I worked 24-hour shifts, our base had a ramp on the front. Well, there was a huge black walnut tree.
It was several black walnut trees.
Well, they would dent the ambulances. Like when they would fall, they would dent. Well, it was like 2:00 in the morning and I got a call and I am half asleep and I'm coming down that ramp, y'all, and those had accumulated at the bottom of the ramp. I busted it because my feet just rolled like roller skates on those. My feet went over my head. I had to lay there for a little while before I could get up and run that call. And walnuts got me.
Now, where my mother grew up most of her life, where my grandparents lived till I was 16, they had hickory trees, and walnut trees in their yard.
Yeah.
So we always were, in the fall of the year, breaking hickory nuts and eating them and walnuts.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. But I had never seen a pecan tree that produced as much as that did at my great grandmother's. I mean, it was just, I'll never forget that. You would think that after 4 or 5 garbage bags full that you couldn't get anymore and they would just keep falling.
Mm-hmm.
Now we did at the base, we had the black walnut, but we had a set of pecan trees too, remember? And they produced.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would stop by and ask, could they get the pecans? And we was like, yeah, get them. So black walnut ice cream. I'm a chocolate chip kind of girl. And he likes
either chocolate chip or what is it? It's not chocolate chip.
Drumstick.
No.
Oh.
The ice cream I like you can't find anymore. It was called Goo Goo Cluster by Breyers. I hadn't seen it in years. But I like the chocolate chip and the cookie.
Cookie dough?
No, not cookie dough.
Cookie and cream.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah, I don't like cookies and cream. I'm weird, I guess.
Well, that goes with that.
But I'm a chocolate chip. Chocolate chip is my favorite. So, and I like strawberry too. So, but we had to stop. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. JC said, "Nana, stop and get me a milkshake." And she said, I gotta have chocolate. So,
kid ain't spoiled at all.
no, y'all ought to seen her. Y'all ought to seen her with trying them boots on yesterday. I'm telling you, I wish I'd have videoed her because it was hilarious.
I couldn't get into it. I had
Beckett, who was in a bad mood.
Man, that child was miserable.
Butter pecan. I'll eat butter pecan, but I'm not crazy about it.
I think that's an old man ice cream.
Yeah. The Dr. Pepper ice cream was okay. It wasn't great. But I like sherbet. A lot of people don't like sherbet, but I like sherbet.
The worst thing that has ever been produced is not Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh yeah, I don't like Neapolitan.
That
either.
Is like
it's not even real chocolate or real strawberry.
No, I'm like, who came up with this? Who thought this was a good idea?
Now I don't like just vanilla. It's got to have chocolate swirled on top of it to mix it up, like the marble. That's what I have to have.
Pralines. No. Homemade. There is nothing better than homemade vanilla ice cream.
I make Wendy's Frosty ice cream homemade.
Just straight, and it's even better if you had to crank the churn.
Yes, it is good in punch, especially lime. I love lime sherbet ice cream. And you can't buy the big thing of it. You only buy that little bitty tub of it. And I'm like, I could eat a whole gallon of that stuff.
We have our neighbor on here.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she has to pass by our farm every day.
Look there, she got the poodle and
Everything.
everything up there.
Red and Scarlet stands and waves at you. And the school bus stops. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the school bus stops because all the kids love. She'll sit there for a few minutes and let them all watch the animals. So that's a good thing about living on our road is we don't have traffic. So bless her heart. We're good neighbors. If we could keep our dogs out from up there.
Yeah, than everywhere else.
But they are scared of y'all's little dogs. Y'all's little dogs start barking at them, they hightail it. And we're going to have to put a wireless fence up till we get our gates up because I've had to keep them in and let them out only one at a time because they've got to where they just want to take off running through the woods. So,
well, anytime you want to stop in and spend a minute with them, you're more than welcome.
get out
to.
and pet them. Especially like your husband told Alan the other day that Fauna had came up there and he was like, she just walked up to me and let me pet her.
It startled him.
Yeah, I like any sherbet, whether it's rainbow, orange, lime. The lemon is pretty good. You can hardly find it, but it's pretty good. And I like Italian ice
want lemon
too.
in nothing but my lemonade.
And
How in the world?
I make amazing lemonade. Not bragging.
It is.
I just make amazing lemonade.
I drink so much of it, I have bad heartburn. I can't sleep though.
And I will probably have some made for Petals. So that I might share a glass or two.
Mm-mm.
But it's an old family recipe that was given to me by my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else knows it. So it is really, really good.
2 teaspoons of Hawaiian punch. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I like lime sherbet punch, definitely. I do not like chocolate mint at all. Mint is not made to be in chocolate.
See, you feel the way about mint like I feel about lemons.
I like mint, but I don't like chocolate mint ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Chocolate. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like chocolate mint ice cream. Now, I'll eat those little Andes mints or peppermint patties. I like those, but I don't like chocolate mint ice cream.
Like you actually make the sherbet.
Oh man. Yeah, yesterday the neighbor's kids was walking and they were all stopping and looking too. So I said, come down and pet them. They'll let you pet them.
Most of them.
Yeah, there's a few of them that won't let you. I mean, they'll let me pet them. It ain't much, but they'll let me, except for Phoebe. You ain't touching Phoebe.
Donkeys won't get nowhere close to me.
Well, the the girls are getting so much better. They will stand there and let me pet on them. They'll take the food out of my hand. Leave that alone, Piper. I set a box on top of their crate, and she's eating the cardboard box.
Jody said mint's made for the lamb.
lamb.
Don't say this to her. the lamb.
Y'all should. Iris is growing. You can't really tell how big she is on camera, but she is grown so much. So, but he's here. Look, I always take a half a gallon of chocolate milk, 8 ounces of Cool Whip, and 1 can of condensed milk, and put it in your ice cream maker and let it go till it's done. And it tastes just like a chocolate frosty. It is delicious.
I like the homemade vanilla. Mine's
I know you
sitting out
do.
on the front porch,
And I like
with
peach.
the mosquito coils going and the kids taking turn cranking the ice cream.
Yeah, I
maker.
used to have to sit on that thing and wind it.
Yeah, the little one always sat on top.
Yeah.
And everybody else turned it.
I like peach knee-high ice cream too. That's really good too.
Lamb's food around here too. It's just not as.
Yeah, and I've had lamb, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm pretty sure that we've all ate goat and just not know it.
Yeah, 70% of all red meat that is consumed in the world is goat.
Puppy.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure what we're eating at some of the local restaurants is probably goat, and we just don't know it. So they call it steak.
Nah.
But it's now I'm not gonna do that. Those are my babies out there. So now if we do end up with cattle that are meant for processing, absolutely I do not have a problem with that. Sophie, absolutely not.
Sophie wouldn't make a good hamburger.
No,
she's not big enough for nothing.
No, she is putting on
Cook
a
it the
lot
wrong
of
way.
weight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've told her. Having lamb around here is like having Mexican around here. So you have some authentic, you can't really judge it.
I wouldn't even know how to make moonshine. Mine's a ribeye.
No go.
Oh, I'm all about a ribeye. I'm here to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I like a ribeye. I'm a steak girl. I like my vegetables, but I'm a meat eater. I like some steak.
Prime rib.
He likes prime rib, and I like ribeye. I don't like a T-bone. I'll eat it, but I'm not a T-bone fan. I want a good old aged ribeye from the Freight House. That sounds pretty good. So I might have to pick up some steaks for tomorrow. But yeah, and it's probably just because it wasn't cooked, you know.
It's a very lean meat. The ones that I've had, the ones I've had also were overcooked.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing.
Now, where Ruger came from, that is mainly what that family eats. They raise lamb, and that's what they eat.
And cows too.
Yeah, and their pigs.
And the pigs.
Yeah, they raise all their own food. And their garden is
that family literally, you could turn off the power and water and they would never know the difference.
Yeah. They do so many beans when they start selling them. Oh, and they're so good. I forget what kind of bean. It's not just a typical pole bean. It's something else called something. But all those kids get out there and pick those beans, and everybody in the family fills in and they pull their part.
She's my age, or they're our age.
Yeah.
And they have 6 children.
Yeah. She cooked a leg of lamb back in the oven. We might try it one day if we could, get a good cut of it. So I could talk to Daniel. No, absolutely not.
Wesson would make a lot.
Y'all, he's so fat.
Look, Ruger is almost a year old, we decided, right?
Yeah, he'll be a year old in May.
Okay, well, Iris is almost as big as him, and she's 2 months old.
She's not even 2 months old yet. Yeah. So, yeah. He just, I don't know. He just didn't grow. He's just little. But.
Baked fish. Jody, you're making me hungry.
You just had spaghetti.
I know.
There's salads in there too.
Rabbit's good too.
I've ate rabbit. It just was not.
I love meat, rabbit, goat, lamb, etc. Yep, I'm all about it, Stephen.
We don't do liver. I can tell you that.
I
can't do liver. Cannot do it. I can't do chicken livers either.
This would be tough. And he would probably not taste good either because he's still intact. And
he.
I'm just saying that that'd be a lot of meat.
He's a big old boy.
Mm-hmm.
When I told the vet how much he probably weighed, and the vet tech said, "I ain't holding him." I said, "I'm pretty much the only one that can handle him, me and Alan.
Mm-hmm.
The other, that's why he's just going to have to stay here and get cut because nobody else can handle him."
I'm really rooting for Ruger to blossom.
Yeah, me too. So, but when he first came, he was scared to death of us. Absolutely scared to death. I know. Just a minute, okay? And now he'll knock you over for you to pet him. He just wants to come and get some lovin's. Now, was it Beckett? Wesson started ramming him. Like
hitting him in the butt.
He was hitting him in the butt because he wouldn't pet him, and it scared Beckett. But Beckett loves Sophie, loves her. He will just go sit down beside her and just love on her all day, and she'll just let him crawl all over her. She does not care one bit. So,
Most of our animals are very docile.
yes. Bo's been in a mood though. He keeps sneaking up behind me and biting me, and he's been that way for several days. I'm not sure. Piper is in the heat, and I'm not sure if he is smelling her on me or what, but he is. I mean, like he is on my tail everywhere I walk. He is right there, and he will reach up and bite me. So,
You read what Jody put?
12 months is a good age. Make sure it's a desexed one.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh, if he had been, he'd been hard not to put on a plate.
yeah. Well, we almost banded him,
Yeah.
but then we were like, no, he's not staying here, and he will make a beautiful ram for somebody. And it just
Frog
didn't work
leg
out.
fry.
Frog legs taste just like chicken. They're just a little greasier to me.
Where is a good frog leg place? I hadn't had.
Used
good
to be
frog
the
leg.
White Way used to have them.
Yeah. There was a place in Pell City, the Bull Run or something like that. It was a restaurant attached to a hotel, like the old hotels where you drive in front of your room.
Yeah.
You know, and they had a seafood buffet on like Friday and Saturday night, and oh my goodness, they had everything. It was so good.
Well, I just like in the past couple of years, I've had alligator and calamari, and I really like it. Alligator was really good. Fried alligator was pretty good.
Bye, Jody. I'm glad you got to see it.
Bye. We'll see you on the live this week, I'm sure.
Yeah, fried alligator in Houma.
Yeah, we were in
Louisiana,
Houma, Louisiana.
Where
No, we wasn't in.
yeah, we were in Houma when
Was
we had
we
the
were
fried
in Houma?
alligator.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I
True
couldn't
story.
remember. We were where Troy Landry lives.
Mm-hmm.
We were in that city, and we were like, maybe we'll get to see him. And if we had known they owned a restaurant, we would have went there instead.
Right.
So we didn't know that at the time till we started binge watching Swamp People, and then we learned that they owned a restaurant in that town. We just picked one driving through,
Mm-hmm.
but it was
It was
really
good.
good. It
It
was
was
really
good.
good. So
Alligator tail has it's a consistency between fish and chicken.
yeah,
Wouldn't you say?
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
as stringy as chicken, but it's not as flaky as fish.
Pierre Park. That was yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've ate calamari several times, and it depends on
Troy
where.
Stevens' cousin. How about that?
Wow. Huh. Yeah, calamari.
Everything.
Now I've had it at several different places. I got it one time at Olive Garden, and it was really good. And then I got it another time that it was awful.
If it calamari, somebody cooking calamari has to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because there's a fine line between it being done and it being little rubber bands.
Yes, that's what. And I got it two different ways.
Yeah.
So I was like,
If
oh
it's-
my gosh, you couldn't even eat it.
If
It was
it's
so
not
bad.
overcooked and it just melts in your mouth and it's so delicious. But if
But
they overcook
We ate it somewhere else as an appetizer, and I don't remember where it was, but it was really good. So, now
I don't know.
we have a local restaurant here, and it's called Bama Bucks. It's about a 2-hour drive for us. It's called Bama Bucks, and y'all, they have like bison and all kinds of wild game meat. But
Well, you did a video on the
I did a video of Bama Bucks, but the ribeye, man, it was, you didn't even need a knife. You could just tear it. It was so good.
she
So-
only eats it on Sanibel Island.
Sanibel Island. Never been
The
there.
last good calamari I ate was off Dolphin Island. We used to go do our deep
How
sea
we
fishing thing.
always end up on food.
Um,
Me either, but it is what it is. Well, it's 8:00. We hate to run. The dogs are getting antsy. I'm going to try to finish the last of my shirts tonight. So I'm done. I'm at like 90 something shirts already. I want to get finished. So, but we will see you guys one day this week. Keep an eye out for the lives. So we love you guys. Jesus loves y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.
You didn't hit finish.
I'm trying.